Hey everybody, how are you all doing? I'm Tom Vasel, and a good Monday morning to everybody. It is a fantastic day. This is a good week for me. It's my kids' last week of school. We homeschool, but we keep them on a fairly rigorous schedule, and this is the last week of that, so that's good. It is where summer is upon us, and of course, I know all sorts of things are happening all over the world, but it is good times here. And I am continuing my series where I'm going through and playing different apps for board games. In fact, last night I was messing around, looked at some apps, and I'll show you that near the end about maybe some things that you can expect to see in the future. I also have a brand new toy that I'm using to help me with the streaming, so hopefully this works well. We'll see as time goes by if this is a good thing. I would love to hear from you all. When it comes to running the iPad, I want to know how good the sound is, like if the sound on the iPad louder than the sound for me, etc., etc., So we're going to run through that. So if you've not seen these before, this is a new series that I'm starting where I'm playing through apps on the iPad. I apologize that I'm not, doing Steam or Android or things like that. This is what I have. I love the iPad, and there are a gazillion games out for it. Maybe not a gazillion, but there's at least like 100. And so I'm just going to go through many of them as time goes by. I've been starting with games that I know fairly well. And then I'm going to move into games that I might know the game, but I don't know the app as well. And maybe eventually I'll even do one I don't know the game or the app. I don't think that's anytime soon. Also, I played most games that are apps. If there's an app for a game I haven't played. Well, anyway. So last week I did some and you saw me get whooped up. I should mention that I might show you how to play the game here, but I'm not necessarily showing you how to play the game well. So today, Ascension, the first deck building game after Dominion that I really played. Well, Thunderstone, I guess, might have been the first other one. Well, maybe Arctic Scavengers. So the third one. But this was the first one where I really didn't like the art on it. But as time went by, the art grew on me a bit. Also, the art got better as time went by, to the point where when I show you the app, well, I don't know why I'm not going to show you the app now. When I show you the app, you can see here that the app actually lets you pick, when you go to the menu here, for example, and I can pick the options, I can pick the theme of the background. So I picked Dreamscape because there's just something about Dreamscape that I really like. I like how this looks here. And so if you are wanting to play Ascension, that's what I'm going to be playing today, this deck building game. I have a ton of expansions for it, but I probably won't play with all of them today. How are the, just for those of you who are watching and listening, how is the sound from the iPad along with me? I just want to make sure that that's going well, and then we'll get started going here as we play Ascension. So I'll wait to hear from that. Meanwhile, I hope you're all having a fantastic week. And if you're not, we're here for you, and we hope that you are enjoying how things are going. So everything looks great on my end, so I'm going to get started. Oh, Obsidian Doom says, I tried playing this solo, but got confused. Do you have to play each of the 4 players? You can pick whether a player is a computer player or a human player. Everything's good? Then let's get started. We're going to play an offline game. No save game, so I'm going to create a game here. And this is what I'm talking about. So here you can pick whether they're a human, or it's closed, or it's an opponent. So I'm gonna pick a computer player. So I always play. I don't know why I started this a long time ago. I played Goofus. I always play Goofus and Doofus. All right, when I play these, and then you can make them hard or easy. We're gonna play with them on easy for now, and you can also pick your, cast of characters. So maybe I'll pick someone new from Dreamscape. I'll be the Falcon. Fly like an eagle. All right, so here we go. Goofus and Doofus. Sound is a little low on the app. Well, I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be too loud. All right, so we're going to play with the original game, and that's it. We're just going to play with the original game so you can see that, and then we'll throw in some expansions the second time through. And we're going to play... You can pick how many points you want to play with here, so... we'll play to 80. It doesn't matter. You just pick a certain number of points, and you can add or subtract how many points you want to add. It goes up to 150, I believe. But we're going to play a quick game, and this is the number of points that's in the middle of the table. Actually, I think we'll do 90. So 30 points per player. That seems like a reasonable thing to get started here. And let's get going. So here we go. So this is Ascension. So it's going to show a bunch of cards that are in the middle of the table. And already the one of the players is taking their first turn. Doofus is taking his turn. So I'm just going to wait till it's my turn before I kind of explain what's going on here. So, all right, it is my turn. So there are two currencies in Ascension. Ascension is a deck building game in which you build your own deck. Everyone starts with their own deck, but you're going to buy more decks as you go by. So on my turn, I drew 5 cards, and you'll notice that I have an apprentice here. That gives me a rune. In this game, rune is one of the currencies. It's money. And I have militia, which gives me a fighting power, which is basically the other currency. So in this game, you can play the cards one by one, or I can press this nice button here on the side that says play all. So I'll do that. Sometimes you're not going to want to play all your cards, but normally you will. So I have 1 fighting power. There's literally nothing I can do with that, because I could defeat this Wind Tyrant here, but he costs 5 to defeat him. And this Avatar of the Fallen costs 7, so that ain't happening anytime soon. And the Sea Tyrant costs 5. In fact, there's this Cultist up here. You can whoop up on the Cultist every turn, but you still need 2 to beat him. So I can't do anything. So I can buy cards. Now I can buy as many cards as I want. Now I have 4 runes to spend. So let's look at this Druids here. This lets me take a hero that costs 3 or less without paying its cost and put it on top of your deck. That's pretty good. I also have this Lifebound Initiate there. I gain 1 and 1. Ooh, I like that too. And this Mechana Initiate gives me 1 or 1. It's a hard call. I would like to take a 1, get more cards in my deck faster, but these are just 1s and 1s and 1s and 1s. I'm just going to take this Druids of the Stone Circle. It's not a great card in my opinion, but it's decent. So I'll take that card. It's replaced. There's really nothing else I can do. I'll end my turn. And it already draws the cards for my next turn. And now Goofus and Doofus are both going to go. What expansions do I like best? I don't know. I'll have to go through them all and look at them. I don't remember what each one does, actually. I want to say Dreamscape is my favorite. Alrighty. So it's my turn. Once again, I'll play all my cards. Once again, I have 4. And, well, look at that. The 2 cards I had considered buying last turn are still there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 1 card here and see what replaces it. This is an interesting thing. Okay, so this is draw a card. Why would I buy this? Well, because if you look at the very bottom left-hand corner, you'll notice a star there. That's how many points these cards are worth at the end of the game. So this one is worth me buying because it simply just gives me, lets me draw another card. So it's like it's not even in my deck, but it gives me a point. I still have 2 left to spend. This lets me draw a card, and I can banish a card in the center row. Okay, again, this is not bad, so I'm going to take that, and banishing a card in the center row means I can get rid of a card in the middle row without doing anything. Now, by the way, just so you know, I didn't have to buy these cards in the middle. I could always buy a Mystic, which costs 3 and gives me 2, and I probably will start buying Mystics. Or I could buy Heavy Infantry, which will give me 2 fighting power. So now I'm out of cards in my deck, so they reshuffle my deck. You see I have a very different setup now in front of me. But let's wait till Goofus and Doofus both go. Come on, guys. Let's clear out here. Alrighty. So this is unfortunate. See this card here? It says acquire hero that costs 3 or less without paying its cost. Put on top of your deck. But there is no hero that costs 3 or less. Oh, wait. Never mind. There is a Mystic. I could do a Mystic. But I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to play this one, the Seer of the Forked Path, which lets me draw a card. And I can banish a card in the middle row. So I'm going to banish this Corrosive Widow. I'm just getting rid of her to replace it. I was hoping to draw a cool hero that cost 3 or less. I didn't. So now I'm just going to play this one. And I'm going to take this Mystic and put it on top of my deck. And then I'll just play the rest of my cards. That gives me 3 more attack. And honestly, I'm going to buy another Mystic. One attack still doesn't do anything for me, so I'm just going to end my turn. Now, if you'll notice on the side here, it tells you how many points you have by my name. So you'll see at the bottom left-hand corner here of the screen, you'll see that it shows an eagle. It shows a star that says 0 and then Tom. 0 is the number of points I have. Well, how do you get points? And I am noticing here that the computer players are slightly cut off there at the top of the screen. I'm not sure why. Well, it's not that big of a deal. You can mostly see what they say. You get points from attacking bad guys. When you attack someone, they give you points. So, for example, if I could get 5 strength to attack the Sea Tyrant, he would give me 5 points. There is a point pile here. If you'll notice at the top, that number 86, that's how many points are in the game total that you can get. And you get those by defeating enemies. When those points are gone, that will end the game. That's the main way that the game ends. So you will then take the points that you have gathered plus the points that your cards are worth. You could ignore fighting people in this game and just buy cards. You could only fight people. You still have to buy cards to do that. But there's 2 main strategies, at least, in the base game. So let's see here. I'm going to play my turn, so I'll play this draw a card, see what else I get. And now I have 5 money and 1 attack. Ooh. See, now this is interesting. I could take this Reactor Monk, which gives me 2 money, and I pay 1 less when I buy a Construct. There are 2 types of cards in this game that you can buy. There's monsters, too. There's Heroes, which that is, and there's Construct. When you get a Construct, you play the Construct in front of you, and it will stay in front of you. It doesn't get thrown back into your deck at the end of a turn. And this Construct here will give me 2 money every turn. But at the same time, look at this Demon Slayer. He gives 3 attack when he shows up. If the Demon Slayer shows up, I'll be able to kill stuff. And I'm pretty sure if I don't take this Demon Slayer, they are going to. The problem is I have 5 attack. If I take that Demon Slayer, I won't get to buy another card. But you know what? It's worth it. Oh, actually, it might get replaced with a card that costs 1. It did not. This is an amazing card. When I play this, you can just take a hero for free. But it costs 7, so that's not happening anytime soon. Alright, Goofus and Doofus, your turns. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask them in the comments. I'm keeping one eye on the comments, so I'll be able to hopefully help you all out if you don't understand, you know, how a rule works or something. Goofus and Doofus seem to be doing well. Alright, let's take a look here. On my turn, we're going to play the draw a card first. And then this gives me a point for just playing it. So you can see I have 1 point, yay. And now I have 5 money again. Huh. That Reactor Monk is still there. But even though I like that Reactor Mark, I'm going to take a Mystic. And I'm going to take a Heavy Infantry. Because I do want to get a little bit more attack in my deck so I can start fighting these enemies that are out there. Can't say that I'm particularly fond of the art in Ascension. Yeah, I get it. And you know what? I'll tell you what, though. The art does get better as the expansions are added. I really wasn't a fan of the art. And actually, I think they redid the art for the first one. I want to say that the art didn't look as good the first time. But it's my turn. What do I got here? I got this. Take a hero that costs 3 or less. Well, I guess I'll take another Mystic and put it on top of my deck. Play everything else. I guess I'll buy this Reactor Monk. And that's it. I haven't fought anything yet. You'll notice they have 5 points of fighting. Goofus has 5 and Doofus has 4. No, Goofus has 6 now. And Doofus has 4. Oh, but I just did draw my Demon Slayer. So it's about time. Oh, okay. This is going to be fun. I hope. I apologize. I'm ignoring a little bit of what they do. Does the cultist still make a terrible sound when killed in this version? Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. This says draw a card. I can banish a card in the center row. I'm going to banish... None. I'm okay with what's in the middle row. I'll banish that Grand Design, actually. And I'm going to play all the rest of my cards. So now I have 4 attacks. So now it's time to do some killing. So I can kill 2 of the creatures in the middle. I can kill the Corrosive Widow. She gives me 3, and each of my opponents has to destroy a construct. Destroying is not so bad. It just means they have to discard it, put it in their discard pile, and they can't play it again until they draw it. And Mistake of Creation. I get 4. I can banish a card in the center row or a card in my discard pile. This is what I'd rather do. So I'm going to defeat this. So when you defeat a monster, it's going to go to the Void. That's that purple swirly thing at the top that shows 4. It means there's 4 cards in the Void. That's just out of the game completely. But now I can banish a card from the center row, which I don't want to do right now. But I can also banish a card from my discard pile. So I'm going to get rid of one of these apprentices, and that makes my discard pile a little cleaner. I'll be able to get other cards from this. I still have 4 that I can spend. I could buy Core the Pharaohmancer, which gives me 2 attack and lets me draw a card if I control 2 or more constructs. I am going to buy this, not because I care about the special ability, but because it's worth 2 points. Alright, it's the end of my turn. The AI is dumb. It had 7 strength and didn't kill the Avatar of the Fallen. I didn't even notice that. I guess the AI is dumb if it didn't do that. I'll play a smarter AI in my next game. Alright. Because I'm talking through it a little bit, and it helps if you guys see me win at least something, maybe. Maybe I won't win this. Alrighty. 6 money and 2 attack. So for 2 attack, I'm just gonna kill this cultist here. You can just kill the cultist over and over and over and over again, just for a point. 6 money, unfortunately. I don't know that I want another Druids of the Stone Circle. I already have one of those. So I'm not. I'm just going to take 2 Mystics. Ugh, my next hand is terrible. 3 money and 2 attack. So Goofus is doing okay with the attacking. Goofus has 13 points of attacking. Goofus has 8 points. I only have 6 points. So they're doing much better than me at this point in time. This is not the first edition, says Art, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Do I play online? I don't play online almost ever for any of my games, so keep that in mind. So after this game, could you show all the styles? I'll show some of them. Yeah, sure. I don't know if I'll show all of them. Oh, here's a boring kill. 2 attack and 3 money. So for 2 attack, I will kill a cultist. And I'm going to buy heavy infantry. That's my turn. Come on, give me a better hand. There we go. I got a Demon Slayer. Although, just 3 attack. I'm not doing so hot here. You can see, though, that the game goes pretty quickly. We're down to 59 points, and that will go higher and higher as time goes by. Alright, Doofus. Alright, my turn. Let's see. Get a hero that costs 3 more points on top of your deck. I'll put that, another Mystic on top of my deck. Then I'll play everything else. So I have 3 attack and 4 money. Unfortunately, there's no monster that costs only 3. Although, I'm going to buy that and hope a monster shows up that costs 3. Nope. So, killing the cultist again. Alrighty. Alright. Well, maybe I'm going to lose against the easy AIs. I'm not having a great opening hand here. Alrighty, so I'll draw a card. Just play all the rest of my cards. I have 7 to spend and 2 attack. Alright, so that means I can buy a great one. So what do I want to buy? I can have 7. I can buy Master Dartha, who lets me draw 3 cards. Or this one who lets me buy a hero without paying its cost. Now, technically, if I took Cetra, there is the chance that you can see there's only one card here left in my draw pile. You can... This shows you all the cards that you have in your deck. You can always pull them out and look at them. I could draw, and then I get Master Darth. I'd get both of them. But Master Darth lets me draw 3 cards, and I'm afraid my opponent might get that. I'm sorry. To me, that's the cooler one. All right. Oh, wait. This says, are you sure you want to end your turn? This is one thing I do like about this app. It reminds me, hey, you still have 2 attack, and you could kill the cultist. You're right. I do want to kill the cultist. So, there you go. We always say we're going to punch it. Tom needs to buy heavy infantry, says somebody. Well, you don't need to. You don't have to attack. You could just buy a lot of cards and get points that way. You don't need to go attacking this game. Sometimes you lean really heavy in attack, and then you draw a bunch of attack, and there's no cards out there. And yeah, you can punch the cultist several times, but that's just kind of bleh. Draw a card. I can banish a card in the center row. I'm going to get rid of that attack card. And I'll play the rest. I only have 2 attack, but I do have 6. So I could buy this Emery, one with the Void. He's 4, or... yeah, whatever. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to take that guy. And then hit the cultist again. Ooh, I got Master Dartha. Let me draw 3 cards. That's such a good card. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's take a look here. We'll do the draw 3 cards first. I like that card a lot. It's always fun to draw 3 cards, and then we'll play everything. And now I have 7 attack. And unlike them, I'm not going to not miss the Avatar of the Fallen. So let's take a look at the Avatar of the Fallen. He's unbanishable. So there's those cards that let you banish a card from middle row. Can't be the Avatar of the Fallen. Gives me 4, but then lets me acquire or defeat any card in the center row without paying its cost. Oh my. Not only going to do that, then I'm going to take that 7 cost card there. What a great turn. And I still have 5 to spend. So what do I want? Oh, I want the Flytrap Witch. For sure. You can see that she gives you 2 points and draw a card. That's worth it. If I can draw that one time before the game ends, that's a 4-point card I just bought. Alright, well that was an excellent turn for me. Being able to kill that big thing and get a card for free, that's really fun. And the fact that there was a 7 cost card out there doesn't hurt things. So, once again, you can see that Goofus and Doofus are named appropriately. Of course, they win. That's going to come back to haunt me. That. Woo! And now you can see, for example, that Doofus just had a lot of attacking, and all I can do is hit the cultist multiple times. Now, hitting the cultist multiple times isn't bad, but I find it to be very unsatisfying. Alright, we'll draw a card first. Get a card that costs 3 or less. So I'll take this Wolf Shaman. Put it on top of my deck. And then play the rest. Gives me a point, and I have 6 more to spend. See, I could buy the All-Seeing Eye here, which is a cool construct. When you get it, every turn you can use it to draw a card. That's a good thing. It means every turn I get an extra card. The problem is it's only 2 points, and I don't know when I'm going to draw it before the end of the game. However, it's still fun to buy, so we're going to buy it. And that's it for my turn there. Oh, someone said good choice. I'm always glad when the crowd approves my choices, because it often is the other way. Play deck nailed this game implement, says Jeremy. I agree. I mean, and this is not even a new one. This is like 5 years old now or something, and it really runs smoothly. This is one that I found I could play a lot when I'm playing, like I'm on an airplane or something, when we used to fly. All right, so I'll start this one. Do that. Draw a card. All right, so here you notice it says if you played a Lifebound hero this turn, gain 2 attack. So that's where you get some combos. I did play a Lifebound hero this turn, so I'm going to get 2 attack. And this one gives me 2 attack, and I would draw a card if I'd played 2 or more constructs, which I haven't. So I have 4 attack and 7 money. So for 4 attack, I'm first going to defeat the Maker of Creation. And it says I can banish a card in the center row and or a card in my discard pile. I'm going to banish this Duke of Lies, just because my opponents have been buying a lot. And then I can get rid of one from my thing. I'm going to actually get rid of one of these 1 attacks. Again, I'm trying to clear my deck up a little bit. Now, I still have 7 that I can spend. And what? I'm sorry. I'm going to buy this one. It says I can treat all the constructs as mechanic constructs. That matters occasionally. But more importantly, that's 7 points. So that's what I want to take instead. So many expansions for this. The full game's quite expensive, I think. Sure, but you shouldn't buy every expansion for this. Just get the base game and then buy whatever expansions that you think are worth getting. It's I would play the. If you notice, I'm just playing the base game for now. This lasts me for a while. Just buy the expansions one at a time or so. I never play with everything. Alrighty. Alright, I got that same guy. We'll just play all my cards because none of them give me bonuses. So 7 money and 3 attack. So this is one of the things about Ascension. I'm going to spend my money first because there's always a chance that a 3 attack creature will show up once I spend my money. So I want to get something that's worth the most points. So I think I'm going to buy this Burrower Mark. It's 3 points for 3. It's all about points now. And I'll buy this Yggdrasil Staff. And look at that! A monster did come up that cost 3. And so I'll defeat him. He gives me another money, which I can't spend, but he gives me a point. So there is that. Could just beat the cultist for that, but whatever. Alrighty. The game's getting really close to being ended. You can see that there's only 11 stars left in the middle. 11 points left over. And there's a lot of monsters out there now. And, oh, there's 2 more, so it's down to 9 in the middle. So, what did I draw anyway? Alright, so I got draw a card. This one give me a money and draw a card. And I'm going to do that, and that. So I have 6 money. So I'm going to, again, I'm trying to take the stuff that costs the most. Defeat a monster that has 6 or less without taking its cost. I'll buy that. And then I'll play this one, which lets me take a hero that costs 3 or less. So I'll just take another Mystic. Oh, and put it on top of my deck. And my turn. I fully expect the game to end at this point. So it looks like my opponents are winning. I have 22 points. And Goofus has 31. And Doofus has 29. Oh, they didn't run out the game. Oh, there goes 1 point. We're down to 7 in the middle now. Wow, that's a lot of cards that Doofus just played. But, hey, we're still in it. I'll play everything in my hand. 6 and 4 attack. So for the 6, I think I'll buy this 2-fold. And then I'll buy this one here. I was hoping a 4 attack would bring out a monster. I thought if I bought those cards, I could bring out a monster that costs 4, but instead I'll punch the cultist twice. So now they both have 31 points in defeated enemies, and I have 24. Ooh, that's a cool construct there. One of the things that this game does nicely is it shows you the stats. It shows you how many cards are in their discard pile, how many cards are in their deck, how many cards are in their hand. That sort of thing is really handy information. I don't even look at it most of the time. Ascension is not necessarily too much direct attacking, so I don't see that all the time. Someone says, might as well mention a board game version of Ascension coming. I'm excited, says Jeremy. I haven't really thought about it for a while, but yeah, I guess it's exciting. Alrighty, so now they ran out the points. So now we're just finishing out the round. So this is my last one. Ooh, I got Master Darth, which lets me draw 3 cards. It's a good one to get on the final one. Alrighty. So this says I can acquire any hero regardless of cost. So I'm going to do that, but let me play everything else first. I'm going to buy this Hedron Cannon because, again, it's worth 8 points. A Hedron Cannon's awesome anyway, because once per turn, you can use it. I didn't get any mechanas this turn in this game, actually. I don't think I played one once. But if you play them, you can really pull off some cool stuff. And here I would have got 1 attack for each construct you control. But the fact is, it's 8 points. There was no question on that. Alright, so I'll just play this one. Get any hero I want. I'll take the Landstalker. And then I'll play this and punch the Colt. Oh, I have 2 more to spend. I'll take a Heavy Infantry because it's worth a point. And then I'll punch the Cultist. So I'm up to 25. So that's the end of my turn. So then Goofus goes because Doofus started the game. And let's see what our final scores are. Goofus, finish your turn here. And boom. Alrighty. So I did win the game. You can see there, 93. If there's one thing I would have liked about this app, it would be like some more dramatic scoring. You know, Doofus, but it's like, boom, here's who won. So I won because even though they had 37 and 38 points of killing enemies, as opposed to my 25, I bought 68 points worth of cards to their 38, 36. So 93 beats 75 and 74. So I won! Woo! Yeah! All right. So we'll end the game here. And someone said they wanted to see some of the other backgrounds. So, all right. So I'll show you this is the basic one. This is what it looks like, the basic Ascension. All right, then we will. This is Rise of the Fallen, I think, or Return of the Fallen. Blah, looks gross. All right, I don't like that one. Storm of Souls. That's kind of a cool purple vibe to it, right? Immortal Heroes. It's kind of a scary looking dude. Rise of Vigil. Nah. That one's okay. Darkness Unleashed. Ew. That's kind of gross looking. I forgot how nasty some of these boxes look. Realms Unraveled. That one's okay. Dawn of Champions. I like Dawn of Champions. That's a cool looking box. In fact, we're going to play with Dawn of Champions in our next one. Because that has a light dark thing. That's fun. You already seen Dreamscape. So, War of Shadows. Ooh, 3D stuff going on here. That's cool. Gift of the Elements. Oh, yeah. I remember this box. In fact, I think I have this box over in my other thing. More 3D effects. Valley of the Ancients. Cool, cool. And finally, Delirium. All right. So let's play another game. We'll play with a Delirium background and sound effects here. The AI is really bad on even the highest settings. Well, that's okay. We'll still set in the highest settings. So let's see. First of all, we're going to add in some promos. I'll add in the rap promo and the whatever that is. Now, let's throw in all the promos. We're going to make this crazy. We'll play with Delirium because we have to. We'll play with that one and that one. And that one. And the regular one. And I don't want to play with... I said I'd play that one. Whew. Okay. I may be playing with too many expansions here. But who cares? It's for fun. Here we go. Come on, Doofus and Goofus. It's rematch time. Why is that me at 105? Oh, who cares? We'll do it. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. All right, so everyone gets a champion, and I get a hero. Okay, so whenever I acquire, I get the Void champion, which is bummer because I don't like playing Void. But it is what it is. Whenever you acquire or defeat a Void card from the center row, I get 1. Whenever you a point here, whenever you get like a token on this card, and then once per turn, I can pay 2 to get a point on this card, and then when I get 4 of these point things, I can buy this card. A Void hero, which lets me draw 2 cards and discard a card. You can banish a card in your discard pile. Actually, that doesn't sound too bad. And when you acquire or defeat a Void card in the center row, you rally Void. All right, fine. Now, now look here. If you look next to the word Void in the top right-hand corner, you will notice that it shows 675 cards in the deck right now. So this is insane. We're playing with a lot of stuff. Forgive me if I don't understand everything that I have. In fact, you'll notice down here, I even have 2 Dreamscape tokens. And there's a die over here underneath end turn. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So we'll play my initial thing, but I have 5. This is a great starting hand, especially since there's 5 cards in the middle that cost 5. So let's take a look at them. Lifebound Hero, 2 at the end of your turn. Put this in your hand instead of the discard pile. That's Unite. You have to play another Lifebound Hero. Well, that's kind of cool. Once per turn, when you get a Lifebound Hero or Mechanic Construct, you can put on top of your deck. It's worth 5 points, too. I might buy that. Once per turn, get 1 and 1. Oh, but I like that, too. And once per turn, you put a contract control on top of your deck. Okay, no. I want the map of the stars. Now, yes, I should be buying a Void thing, but there is no Void thing, so I'm going to take that. What a great turn. But my next turn is not going to be so great. Man, I'm trying to remember what all these new symbols mean. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game here. Which expansion gives you a champion? I want to say it was the Rise of the Champions or something like that. I forget which one it is. I have reviewed all these expansions, the physical forms of them online. So you can go look at each of my reviews. I've never actually done like a comparison of sitting them all next to each other, but that would be a bit of work, I think. So I have 2 attack and 3 to spend. So obviously I'm going to beat the cultist. With 3 to spend, I think I want some more money for this one. And won my turn. Come on, let me draw that card. Oh, I didn't get it yet. Can't wait to get that card in play. That gives me 1 and 1 every turn. What a good thing to get on the turn 1 of this game. That feels good. Z would like the darkness. Actually, I don't think Z liked the original version of this. I don't know. I think Z thinks Ascension's okay, but I don't remember. Don't forget, if you have questions, ask me, although realize that there's a lot of things going on now. I might not know them all. So I'll play all my cards. I now have 5 to spend again and 1 attack. But the good news is, earlier when I was struggling on what to buy, now I could pay 2 to get 1. I don't know. No, I have 5. If I had 4, I would consider it. But I'm going to take that Genesis capsule. That looks pretty good. There's now an extra card in the middle. I'm not sure why. Someone must have played something to put an extra card in the middle, but I missed how. Alrighty. So I drew, once again, my normal cards. 4. I said I would do this, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to use it and put 1 on him, because I would like to get that hero into play. And then I'm going to buy a heavy infantry. Alright, now I'm going to get my good cards. I feel it. Boom, 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 boom. Map of the stars. Ooh, there. Wait, what just happened? He did something that let him look at our hands. Alright, let's get this into play. So, every turn now, I'm going to get 1 attack and 1 money. And that's good. Especially, now I have 4 attack and 4 money. So, let's use the attack first, I think. I could attack this guy. Gives me 2 and banish a card in my hand or discard pile. And rally void. That's right. If I defeat a void card from the center. Yeah. So I want to do that one. I want to defeat a void card. That's worth it. Yeah, that's not even a question. That's what I'm going to do. I'll defeat that. I'm going to use it again. So he's almost out on the board. Then I have 2 left. I'll buy another heavy infantry. And then I'm going to end my turn. Alrighty, so I almost got him. It would be better if there was some more void heroes that I could just buy from the middle of the table, because then I could buy those and they would automatically get that. But my hero's almost in my deck. He's not like an amazing hero, but he's a good hero to get. Dawn of Champions. Yes, that's the one that gives you champions. I guess that's an easy way to remember it, right? Whew. What is this turn? I'm just getting... Oh, that's right. Ah, I love that. I get that extra stuff. So I have 5 money and 2 attack. Is there a void here on the middle? There's a void construct, right? Whenever I acquire or defeat a void card, I get one. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to buy that. Which also gives me the Dreamscape thing, and I'm not remembering. Okay. So I got my void champion now in my deck. He's in my deck now, which means you draw 2 cards and discard 1, and I can banish a card in my discard pile. And that's really handy because I'll be able to pare my discard pile down. I have 2 left. I'm going to... do I want another heavy infantry? Yeah, I think I'll take heavy infantry and beat up on the cultists. The good news is now that I got that card in my deck, I'll just start piling out the other guys. The ones that I started with that only give me 1. Do people get to vote what Tom's going to play in the next episode of What's Happening? Not particularly. I certainly will listen to things, but I found that playing what people vote for you to do can be decidedly unfun. That being said, I'm going to play a ton of apps, so I think you'll be fine. This week has already been set, and I'll talk about that at the end here. I'm going to show you the apps I have on my iPad at the very, very end. Alrighty, let's get this Genesis capsule into play. And just as a reminder, whenever I buy a Lightbound hero or a Mechanic Construct, I can put them on top of my deck, which could be great. So now I have 4 money and 3 attack. Now I can use this for something else. Remember, when you acquire or defeat a void card in the center row, rally void. So I can do that, but I don't want to do it yet. So first let's defeat him. And I can banish a card from the center row. And I forget these guys' heroes. Oh, we're playing with these. I forgot about these. The Temple of Life. Gain control of the Temple of Immortality. Gain 2. Once per turn, choose a faction. You know, for the life of me, I don't remember how to get these. How do you get those? Okay, anyway, I'm going to banish a card that will help them out. So we'll get rid of... There's some Void heroes out there. I'll get rid of this Enlighten hero. Alright, now I should buy a Void hero, except this guy gives me 2 attack. Next time I defeat a monster, I get a portal without paying its cost. What's a portal, you might wonder? There's like a... I am playing with too many expansions. Of course, I also have the rule here that if I get a Lightbound hero or a Mechanic Construct, goes on top of my deck. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I want to put that I'm going to put that on top of my deck so I can use it next turn. Alrighty. Goofus and Doofus. Goofus has 15 points here. Alrighty, so first let's put this here into play, which gives me another attack every turn. This is pretty good for attacks. So I'll get one and draw a card. Alright, here we go. Draw 2 cards and discard 1. I'm going to discard the money. And then I can banish a card from a discard pile. So I'll banish one of those apprentices. Now I'll play the rest of the cards my turn. I have 7 attack. That's good. So I'm going to kill the demon pups first, which lets me draw a card, and I can pay a Dreamscape token to get another card. Yeah, why not? Then I'm going to do that. So, rally. Oh, rally means, that's right, you draw a card, and if it's the type of card that you said it is, you get it. So, I got super lucky there. Wait. I can put it on my deck. Then I'm going to play the rest of the cards my turn. I have 6 money to spend now. And again, I can put the Lifebound Heroes on top of my deck. Why can't I? I must have already done. Oh, I already did that. You can put a monster from your hand or discard pile into someone else's discard pile. That's right. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's 3 money. That's worth it right there in alone. All right. I'm feeling good with my setup. Now, of course, if they do something that kills some of my constructs, that will be bad. But I have this nice set of constructs over here. I got 3 of them, and it's really nice that I have all those different constructs that I can use and spend. Right. So someone points out 5 insight lets you roll the delirium dice, which is over there. So I should probably get some insight on that. And you only rally void, like it says in your champion, once you have 8 void points, and I only have 4. I do need to get more void points, I suppose, but I'm having more fun with this stuff. After a certain amount of time, this transforms into something awesome. Do it! I don't know what that means. And then I'll play the rest of these. Oh. Hang on. Each opponent loses control of all temples and destroys all constructs they control. Boo! I didn't even realize that had been played. Alright, well. Thanks a lot, Goofus. I only have 2 and 2 because all my stuff was destroyed. It makes me sad. I guess I'll take this Forge Master's suit. And I'll punch the cultist in the face. Oh, that was a bad turn, though, for me. The fact that he destroyed all my constructs like that, because I had a really cool thing going. But that's how the game works, right? You don't want your opponent to have this great combo. Oh, and he just took the Temple of Death. Alright, fine. Come on, Goofus. Goofus is my sworn enemy. I don't have a boo sound effect. But I will get you. I will get you. That's not very dramatic. Goofus also has 24 points. Goofus is doing well. Alright, once per turn, when you play a construct, you can return a construct from your discard pile to your hand. Oh, good. I want the one that lets me the map of the stars. Alrighty, I'm back. Draw a card. Play the rest. Alright, 6 attack, or 5 attack, and 6. This lets me acquire a hero. Oh, yes. The Emissary of Dawn. I definitely want that one. Ooh, and I get to roll the Delirium die. Roll that die, baby! What do I get? I can banish a card from my hand or discard pile. Not as exciting, but hey. It's never bad to banish things. Well, sometimes it's bad, but very rarely. Alright, well that wasn't a horrible turn. Probably some of you are completely lost. You have a card that could remove that kill construct card. I do? Well, if I find it, I'll get... Oh, you're right. Alrighty. Well, I'm almost done with my deck here, so I'm gonna get the shuffle and get those constructs back on the table. Play your turn. Unfortunately, this is going to let me draw 2 cards, and then I can discard. I have to discard a card from my hand, so I'll discard this one. And then I can banish a card from my discard pile, but there's only 1. So that's not great. That's not what I wanted to happen, but this is the one I want. Acquire a hero from the middle without paying its cost, and then you get points equal to its point value. There's another one that lets me acquire someone from the middle. And then there's him. Reveal the top card of the center deck, draw it, or defeat it without paying its cost. I have to take this guy. I know the other one's probably better, but that whole top deck thing is so much fun for me. And there we go. 6 money and 3 attack. Ooh. The Chaos Rider requires 3 attack and 3 money, and he's a void hero. So, yeah, I think that's worth it. And then I got 3 more money to spend. Draw a card next time you acquire a construct this turn. Gain that, which helps me get to the temple. I don't really want that guy. But... Ooh. Once per turn if you play 2 or more... No, I don't want that. It's not worth it for me. Oh, it's a construct. Actually, it would have been worth it. But it's okay. Alright, we're in round 12. 45 points left. This game's not going to take too long here. Especially with Goofus being so mean and nasty and killing everybody. Alrighty here. Let's see. I got another construct, and then I got all these cards. So I have 5 attack and 4. I'm going to buy this Void Hero. And I'm going to kill this Cavern Creeper. And reveal the top card of your deck and put it in your hand if it's enlightened or lifebound. Gain 3. Alrighty, I'll take that one. And I got 4 attacks, so then I just punched a cultist twice. And that is the end of my turn. Boom, boom. You can see why you probably shouldn't play with too many expansions, though. Did he just get 5 points? That was ridiculous. You shouldn't play with too many expansions because all the mechanisms kind of... not only is there a lot of mechanisms going on, but they kind of weaken out. So, for example, it's nighttime up here. You can see that above the 633 cards. But I haven't seen a card yet that refers to that. There's night and day type cards. So you should probably just pick... I think you're best picking 2. You pick 2 expansions, throw them in with the base set, and play. Actually, you don't even need the base set. Just you can pick 2 expansions, throw them together. That's one of the cool things about the game. Alright, let's play my turn. I got my constructs back into play. Thank you. Alrighty, 4 money and 3 attack. I really... I don't know. Game's almost over. Sure, why not? And I'll buy him. And 3 attack. Punch the cultist. Not a great turn, but I have a lot of constructs in play now. Hopefully they all don't get whooped up on again. Isn't taking a card that lets you draw a card always good? Yes. It depends on what part of the game it's in. Okay, so near the end of the game, you obviously want to take a card that gives you more points. But sometimes I want to say yes if it lets you draw a card, but probably. Alrighty. Let's see here. Alrighty. We'll just play all my cards. So I have 6 and 6. We're getting close to me just worrying about points at this point in time. But the Void Hero is what we want. I would take... Oh, I can take this Void Hero. He's cooler. Oh, and he has a Night thing. If it's Night, once per turn, you may defeat a non-trophy monster in the Void as though it was in the center row. So that's great. I'm going to take him. And let's see if he shows up. And it's still Night. Watch. For some reason, we'll switch to day. Oh. And I rallied, which means I turned to top... Because I now have the rally skill. I turn over the top card, and if it's void, I get to keep it. And it was a 7. Talk about extreme luck in that one. So I still have 6 attack, and unfortunately, there's nothing to attack, so I'm just going to punch the cultist 3 times in a row. But that was a really good turn. That rally drawing a 7, that's like ultimately good luck. It was great! Oh, he brought that Prime Directive, though? That was a good card to buy. I mean, there's not many cards that cost 8, so you know they're good. I think the highest cost card is a 9. There might be something that costs more in one of the expansions. Come on, Goofus. Move along, let me take my turn. I'd say there's 1 or 2 turns left. If I played that Shadow Bridge Scout after buying that Void Hero, you get a Temple. Yeah, you're right. This lets me acquire a hero without paying its cost. And I can put that right on top of the deck. And then on the next construct I buy this turn goes into play. I draw her, acquire a hero without paying its cost. Put on top of your deck. There's a lot of good cards here. I'm trying to think of one. I think I'm going to put this one on top of my deck. I can banish a card from my played cards. I don't want to banish a card at this point. Then I'll play the rest of my cards. I have 4 money and 4 attack. So I'm going to buy this Lifebound Hero for 2 of the money. And 4 attack, I'm going to beat this Mammoth Beetle. I'll pay Insight to get the extra effect. I will then, I have 2 money left. Oh, I got another card. Which lets me draw another card. I have 5 to spend. I definitely want to take a Void card. So we'll take this Dark Tome Library. And that's it. But I did play a lot of cards that turn, and we're down to 6 points. I don't remember who went first, so that may have been my last turn, depending on how many points these guys buy. Oh, there's that 9-cost card. Look at that guy. He's Dreamborn. Once per turn, when you play a Mechanic Construct, including this one, draw a card for each one you control. Oh, man. That would be pretty awesome to get. He's also worth 9 points. Hopefully none of these guys can afford him. Oh, wait. Goofus is going, and maybe the points aren't coming out. I really thought that was it. Oh, no, that was Doofus. Goofus is going now. Goofus has a lot of attack, so he's going to take 3 of those points from the middle. And that might be it. Yep. That's it. I don't remember who went first. Was it me who went first? Or do I get another turn? I don't remember. Oh, I got another turn. All right, this is my last turn. So let's look carefully here. Draw 2 cards, and then discard 1. Discard that one. Then I can banish a card. I'll banish one, but it doesn't really matter. Then, all right, let's play this one. It's fun. We'll reveal the top card of the deck and see what I get. Boom! Oh, it's a 1! How boring. I'll put it in my hand. Whatever. Alrighty, so there we go. Draw another card. Get some more attack. Get that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh. These are all good. I'm gonna take this one. Alrighty. So I'm gonna be able to fight a monster from the void pile, actually. Draw a card. Build top card. Alright, so I have 14 attack and 5 money. So the first thing I'm gonna do is it says I can defeat any card in the discard pile. So I'm gonna look for the biggest one here, because that's what that one guy lets me do. It lets me fight a guy again. Oh yes, this guy. 5 points. It's possible. Of course, this one gives me 3 points and 3 money. And the 3 money will let me buy a card that gives me more points. So unfortunately, as much as I like to do that one, we're gonna defeat that. It gives me, I now have 8 money. And this said the next time I buy a construct, I get a discount. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. I'm going to buy this 7 here. And I still have 9 attack, but I can't defeat anything other than the cultist, so I will just defeat the cultist many, many times. And even though you run out of points in this game, you can still whop them. There's still extra points you can take. So it's not like the points are limited. It's just a way to end the game. So I have 44 points. Doofus has 23 and Goofus has 46. It's all going to depend on the cards that were bought. I don't know why it's drawing a new hand for me. Alrighty. Well, I'm sorry, but once again, I beat Doofus and Goofus 117, 80, and 69. So Doofus had a lot more point cards, 57, but I had 73. So you can see the computer might not be the best person to play, but I also play this pass and play. You can play it pass and play to other players. So that is Ascension, and you can play online too, of course. So I can go online. Asmodee.net syncing. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So that is that. And before we go here, I'm going to show you guys my board games that I have. So these are the board games that I have to play right now. So I have Ascension, Forbidden Island, Hearthstone, Carcassonne, Small World, Spectromancer, Smash Up, Race for the Galaxy, Linky, Ticket to Ride, Age of Rivals, Shards of Ascension, Shards of, Le Havre, Pandemic, Through the Ages, Galaxy Trucker, Mystic Vale, Raiders of the North Sea, Puerto Rico, 8-Minute Empire, Charterstone, Steam, Cottage Garden, Stockpile, Sentinels of the Multiverse, Epic, and Terraforming Mars. Now, I have not played all these yet, so some of them I'm going to be learning and stuff, and I might get some more as time goes by. This week, you're going to see me play Shards on Wednesday, and I'm going to play the first game of a campaign that I'll play on Friday of Charterstone. And so I'll be going through these each week. And, of course, there might be some more that you could send my way. So there you have it. So that is today's What's Happening. As we played Ascension, I won twice, although through no great skill of my own. And Ascension there's skill in Ascension, right? But at the same time, there is a lot of luck in the cards that are drawn. But it's a really satisfying game because you just keep buying the cards and you get these cool combos. And you saw there at the end, I was able to pull off a really cool combo. Is the Ascension desktop game the same as the tablet? Says Taman. Yes. It is the exact same game. It's just that you actually have to shuffle the cards and move everything around. But it is pretty much the same game. Can I mention a current deal on some of those games? Sure, you can tell people in the chat a deal. I mean, it's not like this isn't being sponsored by anybody yet, and we're just talking about different games. So I just don't know what it is. I can't get into Epic. Epic is just a crazy, wild, swinging type game, so I'm going to play it too. So, alrighty. Well, let me see here. Thank you guys so much for watching. There is more live stuff coming tonight on our daily chat. I have Aldi from Board Game Geek. And we're going to be talking a little bit about a joint venture that Board Game Geek and Dice Tower are doing in regards to a live convention. So that's tonight. You don't want to miss it at 9 p.m. Of course, you don't want to miss our daily chats any night, of course. Well, let's get going here. I'll see you all next time. Until then, I'm Tom Vasel. Have fun gaming, everyone.